There is a number in personal finance that most people walk past without understanding what it actually means. Not $1 million, not financial independence, not retirement, $100,000. Warren Buffett said it himself. Getting to 100,000 is the hardest part, not because of the math, because of the discipline. But here is what almost nobody tells you about what happens after. Once you cross that number, the math starts working for you instead of against you. And the difference is not small. It is the difference between pushing a boulder uphill and watching it roll on its own. Here is what actually changes when you hit $100,000 saved and invested. Most people think wealth is linear. You save $100, you have $100 more. Save another 100, you have 200. Simple, steady, predictable. That is how it feels for a long time. And that feeling is part of why so many people give up. They put in the effort and cannot see the momentum. But that is not how money works once it starts compounding. At $100,000, something shifts. The returns on your investments start to produce returns of their own. At a typical 7% annual return, the long-run average of a diversified index fund, $100,000 generates $7,000 in a single year. You did not earn that $7,000. You did not trade hours for it. You did not wake up early for it or negotiate for it. It arrived because money that is working does not sleep. That $7,000 becomes part of your principal. Next year, it earns returns too. Then those returns earn returns. This is the compounding loop. And at $100,000, it becomes visible to the naked eye for the first time. Here is what the numbers actually look like. Start with $10,000. Invest consistently. Add $500 every month. After 10 years, at 7% annual return, you have roughly $112,000. You contributed $70,000 of that. The market added $42,000. Now watch what happens when you start at $100,000. Same $500 a month, same 7% return. After 10 years, you have $368,000. You contributed $60,000. The market added more than $200,000. The contributions are nearly the same. The outcome is 3 times larger. That is not motivation. That is arithmetic. This is why the first 100,000 is the hardest to build and the most important to protect. Every dollar that leaks out below that threshold costs you not just $1. It costs you all the future compounding that dollar would have produced. So how do people actually get there? The honest answer is boring. There is no secret product, no shortcut, no investment that bypasses the work. What gets people to 100,000 is the same thing every single time. A gap between income and spending that is treated as completely non-negotiable, deployed consistently into something that grows over time. That gap does not need to be large. At $500 a month from scratch, you reach 100,000 in about 9 years at 7%. At $1,000 a month, you reach it in under 7 years. The gap is the variable. Income level matters less than most people think. People earning $50,000 a year reach 100,000. People earning $200,000 a year never do, because their spending rose to meet their income and the gap disappeared. This is what makes 100,000 a character test before it is a math test. The most common reason people stall is not income. It is the feeling that they deserve more right now. A better car because they work hard. A nicer apartment because they have earned it. A holiday because they need a break. None of those things are wrong. But every one of them, when funded by the gap instead of genuine surplus, resets the clock. Every time lifestyle expands to absorb a pay rise, the compounding engine waits. It does not judge. It simply does not start until you let it. When you cross 100,000, 3 things change. First, your money starts pulling meaningful weight. $7,000 a year in passive growth is more than many people save deliberately in 12 months. You now have a second engine running beside your income. Second, your relationship with risk shifts. You stop making financial decisions from a place of scarcity. You do not take the wrong job because you need the money right now. You do not stay in a bad situation because you cannot afford to leave. Options cost money, and having a base gives you options. Third, the psychological weight lifts. Research on financial stress shows it consumes a significant portion of cognitive bandwidth. When you are worried about money, you are worse at decisions, relationships, and long-term thinking. Cross 100,000, and that background noise quiets. None of this requires $1 million. 100,000 is enough to begin changing how your life feels and how your future compounds. Here is what most financial content misses about this number. The goal is not to have $100,000. The goal is to become the kind of person who gets there, someone who protects the gap, ignores lifestyle inflation, and lets compounding do the heavy lifting. That person does not need a raise to change their future. They already decided, and the math rewarded the decision. If you are not there yet, the gap is the only question. How wide is it, and how consistently are you protecting it? $100,000 does not change your life because of what you can spend. It changes your life because of what it starts doing on its own. The math does the rest.